Y'all seen the title. Y'all know how we get down. I ain't even go yet. 4 greatest arcs in anime. Let's get into it. First off, Marineford. Now I know about 40% of y'all are watching and clapping your hands right now in agreement. For my other 60%, y'all gotta give Marineford its flowers. Cause this arc had just about everything you could ask for in an arc, except maybe romance. But besides that, this arc was shonen incarnate. Now here on this channel, y'all know we love boxing and a good pull-up. And this arc was jam-packed with those. I mean, it was literally a war, so they had no choice but to throw fists. And man, were they throwing them hoes. They had all types of fights in this arc. They had jumping for the JJK fans. They had 1v1s for the Dragon Ball fans. They had a rescue mission for the Naruto fans. And giant size action for you AOT fans. Almost every fan base could enjoy the fights of this arc. Except for you Pokemon fans, but y'all will be alright, man. And those pull-ups? Oda Sensei must have called in Kishimoto for this one. Because everybody was pulling up on their ops like they had something to prove. Luffy posting up in front of the 3 admirals has got to be one of the most underrated shows of willpower in the show. Because y'all have to keep in mind, the Straw Hats already gotten soloed by an admiral not once, but twice. And this man Mugiwara had the gall, the nerve, the balls to stand in front of not 1, not 2, but 3 of them. And that's not even all, bruh. Because a small detail y'all forget is the reason why Luffy had that little wooden pole in the first place. As a Devil Fruit user, he's naturally weak to water. So whenever he got thrown by Jinbei in the ocean current, he naturally turned into a ragdoll. So he brought the pole to hang on for dear life while he was in that water, just to save his brother, bruh. Nah, this arc is just peak, bro. And this isn't even the only cold pull-up, because honestly, Whitebeard's pull-up on Akainu low-key takes the cake from me, bruh. After Ace got packed up, Whitebeard pulled up on Akainu like he was the Undertaker. And honestly, he could have fooled me, because just like the Undertaker, bro just refused to die. And then the panel where he did die, and the narrator was just recounting all the injuries he took, bruh, that was so damn cold. And to top it off, bro was literally battling a terminal illness the whole war. Like literally, imagine if Arnold Schwarzenegger pulled up to the White House and started wreaking havoc, all while he had stage 4 cancer, bruh. Like, it sounds crazy on paper, but Whitebeard really did the same thing, bruh. And let's not forget about the man at the center of it all, Ace. Ace's rescue was so tough. Like, when he got saved by Luffy, it was like a breath of fresh air. After all the stuff Luffy went through just to see this man, seeing them finally together boxing was just a treat. Like, the smile on their faces as they relived their old times teaming up on Dawn Island was just so beautiful. But unlike a typical shonen, Ace's rescue mission did not end in success, but rather failure right in front of the finish line. And the way Oda did it was genius. Because as much as we bash Ace for turning around and facing Akainu, it was such a human moment. You're telling me the man that took you in as a son and risked his life to save you from your own mistake is being insulted, slandered even, and you're just gonna ignore it? Hell no! I'ma stand on business! And Ace did too. And it only makes sense, bro. Ace was watching powerless as his crewmates, his brother, and his allies fought and died on his behalf. You think he's just gonna run away while his pop stays back and fights everybody else off? No! I know it took everything he had just to not stay back and fight with Whitebeard. And then Akainu's insults were the straw that broke the camel's back. So Ace, if nobody understands you, just know I'm in your corner, brother, and I understand. But even though he had the platform, Ace just couldn't execute. And instead, he got employed as the mascot for Dunkin' Donuts, bruh. And that brings me to my final point in this arc. Ace's death was and is one of the greatest moments in the show. The final dialogue he gives Luffy with his last breath and just the raw emotion in the scene is done so damn well. Luffy's reaction to the death was so real and well crafted. So many other shonen would have had Luffy get some random rage power up and box Akainu. But instead, he breaks. His mind can't process it, so it shuts down. Honestly, that was a genius move from Oda. and an almost perfect sequence in my opinion. But my only gripe with this scene is the music choice. Cause yeah, it was somber, but it wasn't really provoking my tear glands, man. You throw some sadness and sorrow from the greatest soundtrack in all of anime, and this scene would have been peak. Say something again. I dare you. I dare you. Alright, let me chill out. But long story short, this arc was amazing. And I'm at the end of the segment here because I really don't want the vid to be 30 minutes long because we all know my laptop can't handle that. Next up, we got a hidden gem in the anime community because our next arc comes from one of the greatest uncrowned kings. Matter of fact, the greatest uncrowned king in shonen, Gintama. And this one was gonna be a little different because when I was brainstorming, I couldn't choose between the Shogun assassination arc, the farewell Shinsengumi arc, and the battle of Rakuyo arc. So I just grabbed some Potara earrings and voila! 3 of the greatest arc turned into the greatest saga. But then while I was writing the script, the fusion ran out, so I chose to do the Shogun assassination arc. But fusion or not, this arc was really peak personified. First off, the animation. I don't know what they were feeding those animators, but all my Gintama fans know that after that anime break where the animation got updated, those animators were putting in their best work. Every fight was so crisp and beautiful. And after the first 200 episodes of the original animation, this new one just felt so rewarding, bruh. Every sequence was like watching a movie. That's enough fanboying over the animation. Let's get down to the nitty gritty of this arc. Cause just like Marineford, this arc had everything you could ask for in a shonen anime. They were boxing, jumping, sneaking, plotting, dying, and anything else you could think of. But unlike Marineford, they had some comedy sprinkled out in the arc, and a dash of romance in the beginning of the previous arc. And that brings me to my next point, because the way this whole arc started was so random, it's actually crazy. Because Gintoki was real life just chilling in Yoshiwara when Suzuran pulled up. And I'm like, okay, this is just a normal comedy episode. So I didn't think much about it. They had a whole gig about her dying, then suddenly she gonna start talking about the love of her life and how they made a pinky promise. Then Gintoki makes his own pinky promise to help her find her man. And I'm like, my scouter is sensing something. But at the same time, it's Gintama, bro. They just gonna find her man at a homeless shelter and call it a day. But oh boy, was I wrong. Cause somehow, in the span of 2 episodes, they go from looking for some old lady's lover to waging war against the entire country. Like, bro, this show is so random and I love it, bro. Anyways, the arc itself. One thing I have to highlight is the build up for these arcs. Fights like Gintoki versus Takasugi and Kagura versus Kamui were hyped up the entire show, and you could just feel the tension when they faced off, especially in Gintoki versus Takasugi, because it was really on sight for these goons. Tell me how Gintoki just finished fighting an entire army of the strongest race in the universe to the point where he was out there rocking the Eren exclusive. Had my dog out there looking like he was king. But once he sees Takasugi, he gets straight to business. And when I say business, I mean business, because they were boxing. I'm talking hit for hit. Naruto versus Sasuke type beat. Like, just look at them. Brody has the world's largest toothpick sticking out of his shoulder, and he's smiling. Like, oh nah, bruh. Brother is disturbed. And one thing about Gintama fights is that once they start, they don't stop till somebody's covered in a whole lot of red, no carton. Like, look at them. Bro standing up ready to box like he doesn't have 2 blades sticking out of his body. Like, my boy, I know your organs out there looking like sliced brisket. Go to sleep. But nah, Brody gonna keep fighting to the end, and I love it. But even though the fights were crazy in this saga, the best part was surprisingly the flashbacks. Like, usually when you see a flashback in the middle of a good fight, you start to get that twitch in your eye and tweak out, you know what I'm saying? But for this, nah. Every flashback was like turning up the volume in your car from 14 to 50. It wasn't much, but it somehow just puts you at ease. 200 episodes worth of tension were released in every flashback, and it just deepened the story even further. Both Gintoki and Kagura's flashback felt like you were watching a prequel series to the show. They were so fleshed out and so well done. Nothing was rushed, and it made the present fights feel that much sweeter. And even though I've been talking about the MCs this whole time, it's not even the main characters that hog the spotlight, because this arc was literally about the Shogun and the Oniwabanshu, characters that served as mainly gags for the entire show, especially the Shogun. The way this arc took previously sidelined characters and crafted one of the greatest arcs in anime in just 8 episodes is legendary. Like, imagine if Oda randomly made a 12 episode arc about the Buggy Pirates and somehow it came out to be better than Wano. That's the type of pen work I'm talking about, bruh. With that being said, let's return to some mainstream peak. Cause next up, we got the Sasuke retrieval arc, and man, oh man. I know I said this a lot, but this was some peak shonen. I'm sorry. Most Naruto fans will tell you that this arc is where boys became men. Because if you want to talk about hands, this arc had it in excess. Everybody was throwing fists in this arc. And the best part was, they were giving love to the other members of the Konoha 11. Had Choji, Kiba, and Shikamaru ready for smoke. And they even gave my dog Shino a shout out too. Gave him his flowers as one of the strongest getting in the leaf, and I was all for, honestly, because that's my guy. After that pain post, I had to give my dog the respect he deserved. But enough about Shino, because we got bigger fish to fry. Like I said, everybody was boxing in this arc, and the fights themselves were all top class anime. There wasn't any flashy animation or visual effects, but the strategizing, the flashbacks, and even the tight matchups were all so well thought out that you didn't even need any crazy animation. Take for example, Neji vs Kidomaru. They was really going hit for... Who is it? I said who is it? I thought we was doing Naruto? Nah, had to bring out yet another uncrowned king on y'all. Cause after that Dragon Ball and One Piece collab, y'all seem to have forgotten about Toriko, and that's really a tragedy. But to be fair, Toriko really played itself by cutting the anime off at the best part, the gourmet world. Cause if you think the human world is crazy, oh my goodness, let's get into it. First thing I want to point out, the gourmet world follows a similar trope found in shonen like Hunter x Hunter and One Piece, where the cast enters a new world completely alien to the previous one, but on the same planet. We see this with the new world in One Piece and the dark continent in Hunter x Hunter. And just like in One Piece, because Hunter x Hunter is, we don't even know what that arc is, the new world blows the old one out of the water. But enough build up, let's dive in. First up, the world building in this arc. Man. People give One Piece credit for its world building, but Toriko? I think it takes the cake in this category. And I'm talking like purely like geographical world building and like interspecies world building, not really lore or any of that, because One Piece had 1,000 chapters to do it, so I would hope it has the best one. Anyways, every chapter gives you a new tidbit of information into the world. From the little info cards we get on the various species at the end of each chapter, to the narrator boxes throughout the chapters that describe the various creatures. Every new beast gets like introduced as a real character, not just some random creature on the ground, and it just feels so refreshing. Now maybe it's because I've been an animal maniac my entire life, so that might be why I love this arc so much. I'm talking like right after Cartoon Network, it was Nat Geo Wild, Animal Fight Night, Shark Week, Our Planet, Planet Earth, Hippo vs Croc, everything you didn't know about animals. Like, I was on that. But you don't even have to be an animal maniac to enjoy the way Mitsutoshi crafted this world. Panels like this just keep your eyes glued to the page, and I love it. I'm gonna throw some panels like this throughout the whole entire like commentary just to give y'all an idea of what I mean as we dive into the next topic. Cause the real highlight in this arc was the 8 kings. When I tell you these 8 animals low-key clear a plethora of side characters in anime, I'm being so for real. And I'm not talking about in power, so you can delete all your Vegeta solos out of the comment section. But Mitsutoshi really dipped his pen in pixie dust before he wrote these creatures, because every panel with them had me floating. And if you read this arc, you'll understand why as well. Because when I tell you these animals are the definition of aura, oh my gosh. I'm gonna just give y'all some examples just to help y'all understand the magnitude of these guys and how tough they are. Exhibit A, the Nightmare Heracles. Now, I'm going to just call it the Nightmare Hercules or just Hercules for short, because I really don't like saying the Greek version of the name. It just pisses me off. Anyways, we got to drop this one on the list because I've never seen aura quite on a level like this, bro. Like, so many people hype up Sukuna for his entrance in Shibuya, but honestly, that scene doesn't even compare to what the Hercules did. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because Toriko and them were really just cruising across the land when suddenly they started to weaken. And I'm like, damn, bruh. Did they like stumble across like the 8 Kings home or something? Come to find out, they were losing their marbles over a hoof print, bro. And not just any hoof print, a hoof print from thousands of years ago. When I read this, I was like, nah, bruh. I know I'm in for some peak. And before we move on to Exhibit B, y'all drop in the comments any better aura feats you can think of in fiction in general, because this is just number 1 for me. And when I say aura, I don't mean like, oh, the power system aura, or like the, take for example, Aizen spiritual crushing somebody with his Ryatsu. No, I'm talking about my presence, like me being alive in your vicinity is so strong, it makes you tweak out. Like, I'm talking my existence makes you tweak out, not like my power or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? All right, let's move on to Exhibit B. Now, this one gonna be a compilation because all of these 8 Kings are just aura incarnate anyways. And they're gonna have a spoiler warning attached to them, so please just proceed with caution. Anyways, Toriko and the Nightmare Hercules are about to throw hands. Hercules was so strong, she had Toriko out there hyping himself up like he Piccolo, talking about some yes, I can win, I feel great, I can do this, just to muster up his courage. And after all that false courage, Hercules proceeded to one-shot him with a snort. Like, is that not insane? Who do you know that can one-shot their MC just by breathing on them? Nah, bruh. This is masterclass. And like I said, all the 8 Kings got aura, bruh. Because Mother Snake literally paralyzes you just by looking at you, bro. And don't even get me started on the Emperor Crow. Because if you end up in its shadow, you just die. Like, no buts about it, you just die. Like, how much aura do you need to kill somebody just by having them stand in your shadow, bro? Like Shikamaru, take notes. And the crazy part is, they don't even do this with any kind of special abilities or any kind of like crazy hacks. They literally just evolved to have this much aura. Like, talk about natural selection, my gosh. Alright, bruh, I think I said enough about this arc, but just in case you're still not convinced, I'm gonna just throw a montage of panels on the screen just to show you that this man Mitsutoshi was in his Jordan year when he made this arc. DJ, turn up that instrumental. Let them know we mean business. And that's the vid, y'all. Quick disclaimer, I probably should have put this at the beginning of the video, but if you're here, I'm gonna say it now. These arcs, I'm not saying they're the best in anime in general. I'm saying these are like obviously my personal favorites, right? And they're not even like in any particular order. So don't think that Marineford is better than the gourmet world for me or anything like that. It's kind of like my pull-up video where like everything is no particular order, except for that Naruto one. That Naruto one, that's the best pull-up in anime. Fight me. Anyways, I was originally planning on doing a part 2 to the pain video, then I thought better against it. And all my day ones know how much pain that video put me through. I'll be here all day, folks. But I decided to push back the video until I got a proper PC because I wanted that vid to be a banger. So with that in mind, I threw up that poll that you guys saw. And I secretly didn't want this video to win because I knew that once I started talking about these arcs, there would be no way that I could condense those 4 peak arcs into one video. And I was right. So if it seemed like I skipped over a major part of the arc, or glossed over any facets. It's honestly because I feel like all of these arcs needed an entire dedicated video just to do them justice. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video nonetheless. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your boy Cinemaker. Stay tuned for the bloopers, of course. As for me, I'm gonna go reread the Toriko anime and the manga one more time. I hope y'all join me, but if you don't, stay blessed. Testing, oh, fuck. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Ace's death is, and wait, no, was, hold on. Is. I feel like a Christmas whiz kid. I feel like I'm getting these gifts. Hold on, I'm stuffed in these myths. Yeah, I'm a mythical man. They call me Hercules. I don't know what rhymes with Hercules, so I'm gonna chase the word up to Zeus. What the hell rhymes with Zeus? What the fuck? Oh, I need to put the mic down. I'm terrible. I just grabbed some Potara earrings and voila, 3 of the greatest arc turned into the greatest saga. But then while I was writing the script, the fusion ran out, so I just chose to do a Shogun. I was right there, bro. Damn. Oh my gosh, I was right there. I had literally 1 word left, bro. Like my boy, I know your organs out there looking like Karna, bro. The hell is Karna, man? Like, it's carne asada, carne. Alright, cool. And honestly, y'all please just drop in the comments any like better aura feats you can think of in fiction in general, honestly. Because this is honestly just, I've said honestly like 5. honestly, maybe come for me. Like honestly, you won't get a call from me. Yeah, honestly, hey, if you can drop the name of that song in the comment, I'm gonna give you a shout out in the next video. Because